How would you guys say Pure Desire, these groups have impacted your church as a whole and your community? And I think this is an important question because for many, many churches where groups meet, they're still kind of treated like the quiet closet ministry of the church that it's there, but we don't really talk about it because we're not sure what to say. But I get the perception that at Petra, you guys have been very open to talk about groups, advertise groups, promote groups, like just make it a normal part of the ministry there. So in doing that, how has that impacted your church as a whole and maybe even the community around you?
I think it's given us great favor in the community because we're willing to deal with some of the ugly things in life. People are not ashamed to come here throughout the week. Like I said, we have groups happening here during the afternoons for some of the women's groups, and we have men's groups happening here all the time. You don't come in the back door, you come in the front door, you're accepted. Nobody bats
cool.
an eye. You're welcome here. It's a safe place. And so safety is really important to us. We don't expose who's in the groups, but it's quite obvious who goes into a group, although you don't know which group they're going into. So we try to make it very comfortable for everybody. And I think we've obtained that culture of safety because of our leaders. And I wanted to say earlier that one of the things is there's a great level of transparency, men to men, women to women here. We have great honor here on our staff. We support each other. We give each other breaks when we're tired and groups are wearing us down. But there's great compassion among the staff. It starts all the way at the top, and it makes a big difference. Like I said, we've become known as a regional church, a place where people feel safe. There's one of the things we do not ask where you go to church or if you even go to church when you join a group. Many of the groups, I never find that out. We don't ask that question, but I do see people showing up on Sunday mornings. They are coming because they feel it's a safe place, especially when he's being healed. He's receiving healing and she's still angry. When she doesn't want to look at me or one of the leaders, it's a journey of safety, and we try to make sure that everybody's feeling comfortable. It is a large church, but we're only around 2,000, so that's large here in the East. It's not especially large to other parts of the country, but it's large here. One of the other things that's impacted us is this transparency is that we've kind of initiated what I call sexual discipleship opportunities. We try to round out not only recovery, but prevention. So working with our counselors, they've developed a really amazing program, how to talk to your kids about sex, of course, using Rodney's book, Rodney Wright's book about sex, and other books. We've had, last year we had in the fall, Rodney was not able to come, but we had an open forum in an evening where parents came, and I forget, we had several hundred parents there how to talk to your kids about sex. That was a really hot one. I mean, popular.
Yeah.
And we had books and suggestions and try to get people talking to each other about it. And then we ran another one on how to respond to the gender issues that your kids are facing in school. So that was a very open public forum. So those are the kinds of things we try to provide. Rounding out, we're not only working at healing, we're working at prevention. And I think just letting our staff and our teachers and pastors know about what kids are going through in their schools, what the youth are going through. So we try to be culturally alert, and we're working with several cultures, of course, and we try to provide resources. So those are some of the ways that it has changed our church. It continues to shape us. Yeah.
I don't know about you, Nick, but I want to go to Petra.
Good place.
Why don't we go to Petra? It sounds so great. I think one of the things that you guys talked about with your initial hurdles, and I'm sure, that's that ongoing challenge of recruiting leaders. And I think anybody who's listened to the podcast or been through group knows that our hope is that as people go through groups, when they finish a group, they go back and then they lead other people through that process as well.